Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with ladies first. I got some questions, and I want to have tea talk with us, okay? See, I'm trying to figure out, what do you wear when you go on the first date? You know, you should wear something less fancy, right? And you don't want to wear nothing that's just too fancy. But what if you have to get out the door fast, too? See, I get you. You want one of them kind of outfits you turn off and turn on, okay? Like shaking over here, shaking over there. I got you. I understand where you come from. But I want to ask you something, gentlemen. When y'all getting yourself ready for a lady, do y'all make sure y'all got everything covered down there, too? I don't mean to be managed, but I just say it because I know y'all got to make sure both can float with the mind, because when you get to that love, baby, you might float up and you got to concentrate yourself, because, you know, sometimes men and women, you know how we get together and you know what happens. So y'all know what's up, so don't play with me. I'm just saying. And this is a comedy thing too, you know. I just want to tell you what's on my mind, you know. And I want to ask you ladies, you know how sometimes we be pumping them up like, man, I got to make sure, should I get enough rocks, or what should I bring with me up there in that party? Should I pack it real thick? Maybe I should, just in case I got to smack him and run. See, us women be thinking of a lot of things, like, just in case we get mugged on the way, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what may happen to us between now and then, so we got to think, well, man, what if we get mugged? We gotta have stuff. Man, we gotta have it. Oh, okay. But we don't want it to go off if we have to go through the check. We want something to be protecting us, but make sure it works for us. And then also, you know, who cares in the first place? You supposed to be here to love me or not, but you know, sometimes you gotta check yourself, because you could be right around the enemy. Because I learned something. Forbidden love, it just looked too thirsty, man. See, sometimes when something is thrown too easy to you, and it keeps appearing to you, you better leave it alone. You just better walk away. Because I'm telling you, it's something behind you going to it. And if you walk closer, you might get smacked off, and we can't do that, man. You know, I'm just being real. Because you don't know what storyline that you get. Like the other day, I was sitting there thinking, like, you know, my, so-called friends, they call and things, should I hang out? What should I do? And then I turn around, I'm like, my stomach hurt. See, something comes up and you don't go because you know that's something your gut telling you. You don't get in that car and you don't go nowhere. See, you got to start listening to thyself. See, that's a lot of us women and men, we be knowing when the crime's finna go down. You know, if you don't be scoping the room and you acting like you ain't got no sense, that means you ain't living in the real world. That means you must be shaded and somebody put some powder all over your booty and just made you feel like, man, I know what's up. But really, you still looking like us, like we still learning, and you acting like you got all the answers, and you really don't. You know what I'm saying? You ever been around that kind of such a situation? I have, when people know more than you, and then in the end, you like, oh, now what's up? Now you need me to save you. I've been in that situation a lot, People don't show you appreciation for the things that you do. They'll say, oh, that's good for you. But when you do them, you gonna say, yeah, that's 100. I appreciate you, and that was wonderful what you did, and I will never forget it. But some people, they go over there, yeah, that's cool. They ain't with you anyway. They just wasn't with you, man. They just ain't feeling the swag, man. A female, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at both things here, You got to start paying attention to body work, how people move, how people flow, and how people come across you, because, they tell on themselves, You got some people, just before something happens to you, they talking about, I knew that might happen, but I wasn't thinking. This is what I hear when they come, around what happened to them, when something happened to them. And then they come around, well, I knew these things. I was getting signs, but I didn't do it. I stayed where I was. I stayed put, and then I did it anyway. And then I thought I was invisible, and then I find myself in this box. That's what I heard from somebody, because I wasn't listening to thyself. And my angels and my guides was trying to guide me and see. See, the thing is, sometimes they have to intervene in other ways. And you don't want that. See, everybody won't knock at your door with that bull, but you know what's up. You can tell a story. You can tell when somebody bull crapping and lying to you. You know what I'm saying? People always come on here like, well, we supposed to be nice and we supposed to bow down, men and women and gentlemen. You know, we supposed to just let you run all over us and we smile at you and we say we pick up all your shit. No, no. I was raised like this. I didn't see it. A lot of us was raised like we didn't see it and we just moved on. See, sometimes that's the problem with life, women. We get beat up right in front of people allegedly. And people act like they didn't see that. But when they come down to telling the story to everybody, you the one that's tripping and you the one know that didn't have to go down that way. But see, people don't understand. See, that's called, we knew that family take care of family sometimes. But then you got this family over here that, yeah, I know you did. Yeah. No, you didn't do nothing. They were paid over to do little things and they played them a little money and they root for it, boy. They ran for it, boy. And then at the end, they said we need to get the finale so we can get it all and we're going to be the champs and we're going to win it all. And really, what did you win? See, I'm trying to figure out, what did you get out of all of this mess? See, people talking about, oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. You nobody want to hear that. Just want to know one thing. If you're good enough to be shady, you're good enough to do it in somebody's face. I'm going to tell you that's the way I was raised. If you can be shady, then do it in my face. But if you're over there doing it on the side, throwing them sucker punches when I turn my back, that means you coward as hell. That means when it's your turn, let's see what you do. Are you going to withstand the battle or you going to go over there and you going to be crying like a little, ooh, I'm wounded and somebody supposed to come and save you. But see, what happens is, I look at this from before, baby. You did not save me. I don't save and I don't get in nobody's business. But I'm going to tell you like I've seen it before. And I tell everybody got karma just like I do. And sometimes when you get karma, you get your tail busted. But the one thing you got to remember, be true to thyself and say, I apologize if I wronged you. But sometimes apology ain't good enough for people. They want to push it because they got that demon in them telling them, I need to push you more and push on your weaknesses. But see, that's because they taking over your soul. See, the deal about me is I know when to back down. I know when to shut my mouth and I know when I should go forward. See, when you start to realize that you got to start seeing stuff and reading and smelling and seeing what's in front of you if you want to stay in the real world. Now, if you want to stay over there and you're not woke and you doing all that, you go ahead. That is your life. But don't get mad when it don't go good for you. See, because I learned a long time ago, call my power back, my energy back, and everything they stole from me, and my inheritance and my star. I call everything and my children's wealth to be, they can't steal my children's wealth or mine. I recall it back to my vessel, and it is returned, and it is done. And then I asked to release my ancestors that they have been bounded to the contract for putting all this magic on me, and it is done. And I pray this in the Holy Spirit, Most High. Thank you so much, and let's rise above it. And Most High, let's show them what a good day is. Now, that's how I do it. See, I'm straight up 100. See, sometimes you love your enemies, but your enemies don't love you. And that's okay. Because, baby, we one-on-one. As long as I don't see you and you don't see me face to face, I don't think there's no problem because I don't see no hurt feelings. Because I'm real about mine. I just want to tell you I love y'all, you know. Even if you're a little demon on the other side talking about all that, I want your, no, you can't have my energy. I call my energy back and it go back to my vessel and it stays here, baby. I ain't giving up nothing, but I'm just telling you. Sometimes demons, sometimes y'all feel hurt too, even though y'all play like y'all don't. And demons also, they play like they ain't got feelings. But sometimes demons, when they ain't played with, the demon get a little ignorant. And so that demon takes it out on you because you promised that you would play with them. And that's why you getting all that tossing with them demons that you summoned up. See, that's the thing. You got to analyze the situation. Don't play with stuff that you don't know. That's what I tell everybody. Don't play with sticks.